So here we are with Cheyenne Keogh's Harley project for this year. Custom biker girl, as she's known, has her challenges, and I'm the guy in the background who has to make some of this fabrication work when she has her crazy ideas. So what we've got here is an 883 Sportster, which she wants to make look like an old sort of nod to the 50s 60s bikes. So from Ian Marshall Speed and Custom, we send him a little Photoshop render such as on the poster over there, and we I edit that and make it up to what Cheyenne says she wants. Ian goes off and figures out what might fit, sends me back a couple of pictures, and we go and find a fender, or a mudguard as you English would say. So yeah, not on the front yet, but that's coming together. Bike was a lovely tidy example from Staffordshire Motorcycles, Staffordshire Triumph. But yeah, rear fender I think is an FL, which we then set with a lower height so it doesn't look quite so humpy as they usually do. Cut a couple of inches out the back to make it sitting a little bit higher rather than a long tail out. And then obviously we've done a lot of trimming and fitting under and around here. But the challenges are, when Cheyenne has these ideas, because she knows Dad will make it fit, is that I've got to try and get this unit, which used to sit here, or here, on the original fender, down in that tiny little gap there. I've got an oil tank and a fender. Now when we were fitting the fender, I did pre-cut it a little bit and put some bolting holes in there. We can't get it under the seat because it's too shallow a gap between that and the seat unit that we're fitting. So I've made this little devil, and the ABS you can see on another video, and basically that's a little bent piece of ABS, a couple of supporting brackets that'll bolt up in this corner. Now it's like surgery, so I'm not going to video me doing it because it'll take too long. I could take it apart, but I don't want to risk it. I've had to do it all in situ, so we'll get it on there and I'll show you how it all looks after it's done. But basically, suffice to say, down that tiny little gap I've got to get a bolt through from this through that gap and find it, and then get a 10mm nut on the top of it to hold it on, to give it a bit of axial strength, because just this flap won't help if it's just flapping around and bouncing. So yeah, that adds in all the strength. This side's even tighter, not by much but a little bit tighter. But yeah, once that's in, that'll be discreetly tucked out of the way. This will clip on the top. It's a sealed unit anyway, it's got a nice little waterproof seal on it, so that can sit there, and then all of this will be nicely covered with a piece of ABS, which will mould a little bit, as we've shown in the other video when we were making that little fold in this one. So we shall mould a little piece of ABS once Cheyenne's done a template in there, because she's very good at templating, and yeah, that will come on later. Cheers.